Hi, my name is Marissa, and I have depression and anxiety. My goal for this week is to raise awareness on mental illness and share my story through that. At the end of freshman year, my body became my worst enemy. I didn't know how to deal with it, and I didn't know when it would hit me. It would just consume all of me. I thought I was the only one struggling, but it turned out my parents were too, because they had no idea how to help me or to even talk to me. I just became isolated, and it came to my breaking point. By sophomore year, I was ready to end everything. It was the most logical thing in my mind. It was the only way out. And I ended up going to a hospital for a week, and that's where I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. It was almost as if my diagnosis became the definition of me. And after the hospital, it was really hard to just deal with the fact knowing what I had gone through and how much I had hurt my family. Seeing what I did to my family was really hard. But it took me a really long time to understand that I can't fight this alone, and I needed help. I needed to talk to my parents. I had to reach out to friends just to help me get through this when I was going through bad days. It was, hey mom, I need to get out, and that's what she'd help me do. They don't understand that. They're just like, why are you shaking? Are you nervous? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. After going through this, I realized a lot of people don't know how to talk to someone who has a mental illness. They say what they think is going to be best, and it's not always best to the person who's struggling, and it can sometimes make things worse. So I want to teach people and educate people on how mental illnesses work and how you can help someone, how you can help yourself. And I also want to break the stigma behind it, because it seems like the stigma controls the mental illness. My hope for this week is that you join me in learning about mental illness and being more aware of the people around you and helping them when they need you. A mental illness is a disease that causes mild to severe disturbances in one's thought and/or behavior, resulting in an inability to cope with life's ordinary demands and routines. Many people who have a mental illness don't want to talk about it, but mental illness is nothing to be ashamed of. It's a medical condition just like heart disease and diabetes, and mental health conditions are treatable. It's important to get help if you're experiencing these. Teachers, parents, and counselors are all there for you, and they want to help. Symptoms associated with mental illness can vary and cause withdrawal, drop in functioning, feeling disconnected, nervousness, sleep or appetite changes, and mood changes. There's many different things to do if you think you have a mental illness. You have to get help, and though getting help, you have to help yourself. There's many different ways to help yourself, from creating calming blocks, telling your friends your triggers, telling your parents what to look for, as if you're sleeping too much, if you're not talking as much, if you just seem disconnected. That's ways you can help yourself by just letting your family and friends know things that they can look out to help you with also. If you notice these symptoms or you notice a friend struggling, there's many ways you can help. 1 in 4 people has a mental illness. You can be the one that helps. When talking to someone with a mental illness, it might seem logical to say, it's all okay, it's going to get better, it's not that bad, it's all in your head, but those aren't things that someone who's struggling needs to hear. It could only make things worse for them. You could say things like, I'm here for you, I'll listen. There's many different ways to say something to help that person. If you're going to be there for your friend, you need to understand that some of your best intentions could be more harmful than they are helpful. If you say, just get over it, or no pain, no game, you look so good though, you can't be in that much pain, it's all in your head. For someone who's struggling, that's going to seem like you're just minimizing how they feel and just brushing it to the side. But instead of saying that, you can always say, I'm here for you, I'll listen, I'll be a friend, I'm not going anywhere, whatever you need, I can do for you. You just have to understand how to talk to someone with a mental illness. Whenever there's talk of mental illness, there's always a stigma of it, that depression is sadness, OCD is neatness, and anxiety is stress. But you've got to get rid of that. My hope is to break down the barriers and truly understand what mental illness is.